Mitch from right here. Congratulations on, finally getting this elusive UFC win. So I think the story of your, career has been opponents missing weight, coming in over. So I guess let's start at weigh-ins when, he came in overweight again. Like, what went through your mind? Was it like, oh, here we go again? Or is it just, are you just numb to it at this point?
To be honest, probably a little bit of both. I honestly, when I was waiting for the weigh-in, and he was like one of the last people, and I was like, what are the odds, bro? And it's like so crazy. And but I was gonna fight no matter what. I'm not in a position to be, oh, I can't fight. Like, I'm 0-2, 2 split decisions. Haven't really shown up the best. Like, so I was gonna fight no matter what. I'm in that, I told Tyson, they didn't even cross my mind. So I honestly was just like, all right, he broke in the weight cut, but I can't just go in there and dance. Like, I got to push him, and he'll break in the fight, which he did.
You said in your post-fight interview that maybe your last couple fights you weren't as aggressive as you should have been, and that's what your coaches were telling you. In that first round, especially right out of the gate, you were on him right away. So I guess was that the game plan coming in to just kind of put the pace on him immediately?
Bro, the demons I had to face, I was so scared all week. I was contemplating, like, what am I going to do if I lose this fight? What's my backup plan? It seems like I can't get it done. Now I got to fly across the world. Kid misses weight. Almost a 4-1 underdog. Like, and that wasn't aggressive enough, like, I could be better than that, and I just had to get through that barrier, and I'm going to be better next time because I just had to, like, get through this, and yeah, not aggressive enough, but definitely more aggressive than usual.
Do you feel like that often before your fights, or is this just all the circumstances leading into this?
I mean, maybe, no, like, honestly, like, and I think maybe that's what the edge that it gave me, like, I was so nervous all day, and then, like, about 10 minutes before I walked out, I just kept repeating the same thing, even in there. I'm going to go right at this mother effer. I'm going to go right at him. Like this. I'm not scared of this guy. I've trained. These guys from this part of the world are tough. They're very tough, but if you don't back down to them, they're human. And I have so much respect for all these guys in this part of the world. They train so hard, their faith, everything. But I knew I had to go at this guy and get his respect right away.
In terms of what he brought into the fight, I think Daniel Cormier was referring to him as sticky in there because he was just kind of on you the whole time. So was that what you expected from him in the fight?
No, to be honest, I thought we were going to bang the whole time. Like, I was, like, scared to death of his right hand for some reason. And then because he has a couple, like, one-punch knockouts. But then when I got in there, it was so slow. But I just think my eyes, maybe in how fast I am, that, I was able to see it coming. But, no, I did not expect that approach from him, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a lot more striking on his side.
I think that was, maybe his cardio was shot from the weight cut, maybe? Like, he just kind of tried to make it close.
To be honest, no. Like, I'm the one that should be shot from the weight cut. Like, anybody that cuts weight knows when you get to 129, 130, that's when the real cut starts. That's when we all want to quit. That's when I was in the bathtub putting my hands up like I'm like Jesus and all this stuff. Like, that's when it's actually hard. If he got to probably rehydrate up to, like, almost 150 pounds, and I'm sure his cardio was better because he didn't force himself to cut those last 3 pounds. I had to suffer. He didn't.
What do you think about the point deduction for the fence guard? We don't see that often and that quick from the ref in fights.
Well, in a fight that close and, in his backyard, it was a position like you should take a point. Especially in a fight with high stakes like that, I'm not saying he did it on purpose or cheating or anything like that, but of course you got to take a point right away. You know what I mean? So I'm glad the referee did that. Shout out to that referee. Shout out to him because I feel like I would have won the fight regardless, but that definitely, like, gave me that kick in the ass to, like, really seal that third round.
In terms of your own career, you might not be in position to ask for specific people, but I guess when would you like to fight again?
I think my right hand's a little banged up. When I rocked him, I kind of landed with my thumb when I rocked him a couple times. So I just want to get that healed up, be active, get back in there. Whenever I can, we'll see. I think I have, like, a little suspension, but. I'm going to get back in there. As soon as the UFC wants me. Shout out to Mick Maynard for giving me another opportunity. I messaged him right after my last one. I still think I won my last fight. I don't really care what anybody says. I still think I won. But it was such a bad performance. And I messaged him right after the fight, and I said, I'm so much better than that. I want to be one of the most exciting guys in this weight class. So huge shout out to Mick Maynard for giving me this opportunity.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Mitch.
Send, baby, let's go.
What's up, brother? I just want to know what the relationship is like with Tyson because, like, you could hear him in the corner, and he's kind of trying to motivate you, but he's also, like, he's kind of on your ass. You know what I mean? So what goes through your mind when he talks to you like that? Do you hear it or?
Yeah, no, 100%. Tyson has been telling me for years I'm one of the best in the world, but I think tonight is the night I really actually finally believe it. I just feel like, the Ultimate Fighter, I was up at bantamweight, and I fought a big guy, and I was so young, And then the Hadley fight was short notice, and I was winning that fight, and then I lost focus. And then the Lima fight, you know, he misses weight, 10 days, and the last one was just I straight shit the bed. So Tyson is just, you know, he told me, he's motivated me, and he told me the only fear I want in your heart for this fight is the fear of regret. And I've lived with so much regret. And when I was in there, I actually had to really, I decided in there that I wanted to win this fight because I was so scared all week. I was so scared all day. And I just kept referring back to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and obviously the belief that these guys have in me. You know, Tyson's my guy, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. Shout out to my team, my home team, Regiment Training Center 2, New England Cartel, Extreme Couture. I'm a product of my environment, and the next guy from Boston is here.
And then when you kind of were talking about, like you said, sort of these demons or these doubts and things like that, going forward in your career, like, is that just a day-by-day thing that you're going to have to deal with, or?
No, I would say that this is going to, you know, we're always going to have to deal with that kind of stuff, right? But being 0-4 and then 2 split decisions, like, I'm the kid that basically is talented but couldn't get it done. You know, that's just the theme around my career. Then with this fight, like, you know, coming off 2 losses, you know, getting real low on my bank account, you know, because I'm, you know, obviously, you're not winning fights, you're not making money. You know, in the UFC, you got to, you know, win these fights, make money. And I'm not complaining whatsoever. I'm so grateful to be here. And it's up to me to come out here and make the most of my opportunity. And just being here, being in this moment, doing what I was thinking of, if I lost the fight, what am I going to go do? I'm going to go be a mass state trooper or something, or go do that. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do, you know, and I had to really conquer those demons. And I knew this feeling, you know, winning this fight, what it would feel like. And it was hard to even picture at sometimes. It's like, you know, it's just a theme of my career. I just can't get it done. But tonight, I chose to get it done. Thank you. Full send, baby.
Mitch, one more. What is that position like to be, you know how talented you are, and everyone else is like, oh, you're great, but then your record doesn't show it. What is that? What is it? Is that weird to be in that position?
Honestly, not really. Well, yeah, it sucks. It's terrible, you know. But I just think it's professional sports, right? Like, how many guys you see all the time are super talented, you know, and they just can't get it done at the highest level. You know, shout out Johnny Manziel. You know, you know, like it's just, it happens. You know what I mean? You know, Money Manziel. But I knew it was up to me to change that narrative. And now tonight, going to beat a guy like Azat, 16-0, coming into the UFC, arguably beat Charles Johnson, arguably beat Tagiro and Bekov. I'm sure nobody was giving me a shot to win this fight. People were saying it was legal murder. I can't wait to comment back on that douchebag.
Question over here. You mentioned that you decided when you were in there tonight that you wanted to win. Do you remember at what point of the fight that took place?
And not only that, of course I want to win, right? Like, I'm going in there, like, I want to win so bad. I was, like, so scared to lose. But in there, I decided I'm good enough and I deserve to win this fight. That's, like, in between rounds, Tyson told me, hey, you want to win this fight? You go out there and you take this fight. And in there, I was like, I'm just going to throw and I'm just going to go at him. And when he gets me down, I'm just going to scramble as hard as I can, and that's what broke him. And, yeah, I just think I had to, like, when you're in there, man, you have the battles that you got to go through. People, it's wild, bro. You think that you're not really thinking, and I got to honestly do better at thinking less when I'm in there, just being a little more in the zone. But now that I got this monkey off my back, man, I feel like people should be scared now. You know, tonight was whatever. I didn't do, like, I could have thrown more. I could have been a little better on my, you know, fight in the hands against the cage. But that was just kind of like thinking a little bit too much. But people should be scared now. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all.